consistency is. Angela, you are so good with consistency. How are you doing that? Like, you're so consistent. Like, it's probably your talent. How are you doing this? Believe it or not, I wasn't always that good with consistency, but I learned something that I want to share with you that helped me to get and is helping me still to be super consistent in whatever I choose to do. So consistency. The key to consistency, as psychology research shows, is clarity, like crystal clarity. You see, neuroscience shows that our brain, this thing between our ears, isn't that great with making a lot of decisions, especially complex decisions with a lot of like gray areas. Usually the more decisions we make, the less good decisions we make. So the more decisions we have to make, the less good decisions we have. And why decisions and clarity? Well, when we are not clear about something, we have to make decisions over and over and over and over again, defining that thing that is not clear. So hear me out, how it relates to consistency. So consistency, what the heck does it mean for you to be consistent? Like, if you are trying to eat healthier, for example, and you want to be consistent with healthy eating, what the heck does it mean for you to be consistent with healthy eating? What does it mean? Like, what foods are you eating you aren't eating? How often? When? With clarity, you want to answer these questions. What, when, how often? What, when, how often? You want to answer these three questions. So if you are working on consistency with healthy eating, you want to answer these questions. What, when, how often? So what are you eating on this healthy eating habit? What are you eating and what you are not eating? Okay, you defined foods. Now, when? When are your meals? When are you eating food? When are you not eating food? And how often? How often do you eat certain foods or don't eat certain foods? My example. What? I'm not eating sugar. So if you ask me, Angela, do you want a dessert? No, because it has sugar. The answer is always no. Now, the next thing. When? Let's take sugar for myself. Never, except for maybe on my birthday and New Year. So I know exactly when I can and want to allow myself to eat sugar. So if you ask me, Angela, how often do you eat sweets? Sometimes on New Year and my birthday. That's it. What? Sweets. When? Birthday and New Year, maybe. I reconsider it every time. Last year on my birthday, I didn't eat any sweets because I didn't feel like it. And then, how often? That when usually correlates with that how often. So how often do I eat sweets? Twice a year. Twice a year. And then the picture is very clear. So my brain knows what, when, how often. There are no questions, there are no decisions, and that's the clarity. And it's a very, very clear picture. And my brain now knows what consistency with healthy eating means for me, and my brain never make any other decisions and does its best job to help me to be consistent. Now, for you, let me know, what are you working on when it comes to consistency, and answer these questions. What, when, how often? What, when, how often? Please let me know. Believe me, your consistency will improve right then. Sugar? No thank you. Birthday and New Year.